part number 7. Okay, Faith, we're starting. If you guys can't see, just scoot over a little bit, and Grayson, you can move to the side. All right, how do we start this one? Faith, do you want to start it?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Don't you add 3/4 to both sides?
Yes, very good. Too much noise.
Sorry.
Add 3/4 to both sides. Now, the most important thing about that is we can cancel this out, right? Negative 3/4, positive 3/4, gone. Nice and simple. And now it's like, oh no, but it's a 5 and it's a 3/4. How do you put those together?
Put it over 1. Put the 5 on. No.
You could, but we don't need to because what's 5 and 3/4?
5.5.
It's 5 and 3/4, right? 5 plus 3/4 is 5 and 3/4.
Oh.
So 5 and 3/4. So we've simplified this part. This is nice and simple. Negative 2 over 3 times y equals 5 and 3/4. Don't worry, it's a mixed number. We'll deal with that later. Now, here, I'm just going to erase this because I need room. Here, y is being
Borrow.
multiplied times.
3.
Nope. Y is, yes. Well,
Negative.
negative 2/3. Y is being multiplied times negative 2/3. So what do we do?
Divide it.
Divide by negative 2/3.
Not find the common denominator.
Common denominators are if we are adding or subtracting fractions with non-common denominators. But I am going to show you a very interesting thing about this. Technically, this is correct. Divide by negative 2/3. Okay? Technically, that's correct because anything divided by itself cancels out to 1. However, really, when you're dividing by the same fraction, what are you really doing? Does anybody know?
Minimize.
You're multiplying by the?
Opposite thingy.
Yes, what's it called? Starts with an R.
Reverse.
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal is correct. Very good. So even though this is correct, I'm going to show you why I'm going to write it by multiplying times the reciprocal. Now the reciprocal we'll switch the numerator and the denominator, and you keep the same sign. It has to be the exact same sign, just your numerator and denominator flipped. Now, when we multiply times the reciprocal, multiplying a negative and a negative gets us a positive, so that cancels out, right? Now, then we can cancel out our 2 and our 2 and our 3 and our 3. So why did I do that? Because we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to multiply times negative 3 over 2. Multiply times negative 3 over 2. Now, this is all gone, and we just have y. I'm going to write it down here. Y equals 5 and 3/4 times negative 3 over 2. Now there is something we're going to want to do. Does anybody know what we're going to want to do to make this a multiplication problem we can actually solve? And I'll give you a hint. The mixed number, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not in the right form to make it easy to multiply.
Make it an improper fraction.
Yes. How do we make this an improper
You
fraction?
have to times 5 and 4. 5 and 4.
Okay.
And 3 and 5.
So 4 times 5 is 20. Then what do we do with this? Add it. 23.
Over
23
Or-
over
23 over 4, keep the same denominator, and then we still have to multiply it times negative 3 over 2. And now we're just using our rules for multiplying fractions and multiplying positives and negatives. Let's take care of the positives and negatives first. We're multiplying a positive and a negative number. What's our answer going to be? Negative. Now, we're going to look ahead and see, is there anything we can reduce before we multiply across? There isn't. It would be nice if there was. but we are just gonna multiply across, okay? So our numerator, 23 times 3, we already have our negative here, so 23 times 3 is
69.
69. So we have negative 69 over 8. And that is y. Y equals negative 69 over 8. And we,
Or negative 8 times.
if you change it back into a mixed number, that's what it would be. But in Algebra 1, we leave things improper as answers, okay?